All right, we are live with Pontificators. Hey, everyone. It's Wednesday night, and this is the show of shows. And I am not over exaggerating this thing. This is going to be fantastic. We are going to just talk about all kinds of cool Christmas stuff, and like movies, our best and worst, Christmas specials, best and worst, music, best and worst, and possibly our favorite like Christmas like comic books, and maybe if we can find some covers and things like that, so we can show those without getting in trouble. But we can't really play the music or any of the clips from the Christmas specials because we might get dinged. And if we're going to spread Christmas joy, we don't want to be getting dinged. Before we go any further, we got a straggler here. We got Clint Helinski. What's up, brother?
Hey.
Yeah.
Not too late. Christmas horns.
All right. Well, we have, as always, we have Santa
Everybody.
Todd, who is my wingman.
Ooh, lots of new faces tonight too.
Yeah, on all these pontificators. Oh, that's cool, man. T-shirts. And so we welcome
Spidey
Pedro.
Christmas.
Pedro is going to try to do as many of these as he can. So he'll be a regular. And
Awesome.
so we have some special guests. We have an elf in the house. So we have Anirium the elf. Yes, and we have it's North Gaze now. I like.
Hello.
Yeah, it's snowing in the north right now. It's very cold where Gaze is at right now. And so we thought it would be fun. Both Nerium and Red Gaze have hipped me to this cool thing that they're doing. And they're doing a charity. And they're using their platform to do it. And so Sunsworn Wings of Vengeance, and we'll cover it into more detail. But if you back one of those books, and correct me if I'm wrong, $15 will go to St. Jude's Children's Hospital. And then 2 books, it will be Sunsworn, Wings of Vengeance. And what is your book again, Miriam?
Bonds the Drive, the werewolf book, yeah.
Okay, and then Bond. So 2 books will be donated to Toys for Tots, and that will be good because these books, they look kind of like all ages type of books, and I think that the kids will have a great time reading those. I think the elf Nerium, it might be a little scary because those wolves that you draw, they're very dynamic.
Yeah, and a little bit gory. That's true. But we decided to attach some kind of like disclaimer, for the people who are distributing those books that, that our audience might be somewhere at around teenage, so it doesn't get into hands of a 5-year-old kid, but. We also got in touch with a few of our friends, and one of them promised to deliver actual toys, to Toys for Tots. So even those little kiddos will get something nice.
Yeah, so we're really going to get in the spirit of Christmas, you guys. I'm going to encourage everybody to back Sunsworn so we can make this happen and get as much money generated to St. Jude's. What else was there? Did I miss anything else, Nerium or Red Gaze?
No, I think you pretty much covered it. Yeah, it's just the holiday spirit. I like to give Toys for Tots is one of my favorite charities. I give to them every single year. St. Jude's has really been rubbing me the right way as well, just because I 100% go straight to the kids, and that's the kind of stuff I love to see.
Yeah. I feel bad because usually Pamela and I do something this time of year, and it's just moving into a new house, a new state, and trying to make deadlines is an excuse, but and it's factual. It is what's happening. But what we used to do is, wherever you see the Toys for Tots box, you get some toys. I like doing that too because I get all the superhero toys
and the amazing thing about these charities is actually we let people to decide where they want to donate to. We chose like 4, right?
Yeah, we had 4. We put up a poll on Twitter and kind of let people decide. Just ask what their favorite charity is, among those 4, because I did some digging because there are some charities out there that aren't so charitable, so I wanted to make sure none of those made the list.
Yeah.
Yep.
So without further ado, I'm gonna find the website, the Indiegogo site, and I'm gonna let you guys kind of go into more detail, and then also you can go into your sales pitch for your books, and in case somebody doesn't know what Bond is or Sunsworn. So let me find
it
this
in the private chat.
What's that?
You have it in the private chat.
The link.
I
The
already
elf is
have
hard
it.
at work.
Yep.
Yeah,
Well, I'm schooling myself to become the second best mod after Johnny Cage. So. Yeah.
Oh.
Okay, so you should be seeing the Sunsworn page right now. Let me know if you're not.
We are.
Yep.
You can see it, Art.
All right, well, let's play
It's
this
a
video.
Christmas miracle.
It is, for me, it is. So don't give me too much crap, Clint. Look at that. I'm going to turn up the sound a little bit. It's a little low. Let me see. All right, here we go. Oh my gosh, so cool, so cool. And also, correct me if I'm wrong, guys. The book is done, and it can potentially ship before Christmas. Is that right?
Yep, completely done. Anybody who orders at this stage of the game, the book goes out within a day or two. So,
Oh, awesome.
yeah, it's all ready to go. The packaging station is still dust free and ready to
Still
place
hot,
orders.
even though it's at the North Pole. So.
Yeah, you got to stay toasty. All right, so here it is. This is the 12 Days of Christmas. For every bat Sunsworn, $15 goes to St. Jude's Research Hospital. Get a book, help children. Extra Christmas. Sunsworn and Bond books for Toys for Tots. So this is very, very cool, you guys. The link is in the description. I can post the link in the chat as well, which is what I'm going to do when I come back. And yeah, you guys, this is great. And Red Gaze is fantastic. So much behind the scenes stuff that he does. He put all the videos together for Black and White, which just rocks my socks off. There's so much good stuff here to come check out. So what's the nutshell pitch here, Red?
Nutshell pitch. This is kind of a supplemental story that falls between the first and second Sunsworn novels. I did ship this out to a few people and already have gotten feedback that this is a good starting point. What I tried to do is summarize kind of where we are in the story, in the universe, on the first page of the book to kind of bring people up to speed who might not have read the novel. I wanted to make this as friendly as possible for people who aren't into reading novels, so they could just enjoy this by themselves. But this is just like pure epic space fantasy coming at you. It's three of our heroes are called to a distant world to for vengeance from the antagonist from the first novel. Some of his allies are still out and about, and they're, of course, seeking revenge for what happened to him. So three of our heroes are kind of lured there, and while they're there, discover that someone is still around after the war that might play an integral role in kind of helping to rebuild the galaxy. So it's more or less just a quick, fun, action-packed adventure, life or death stakes, and just a fun story in a space fantasy universe that's really, really growing. This all began from a role-playing world that I created years and years and years ago for players, and just kind of took that world and ran with it and started telling new stories in it, and that's Sunsworn in a nutshell.
So people who don't know, you guys are a team, right? Nerium and yourself.
Yep. All the interiors in this book were done by Nerium. All the colors by Mika Fusco from Barbusco Studios. And we're putting together a little company called Bloodbond Books that we plan to. Everything we produce is going to come out under that label. All the Sunsworn products, Bonds products. We have quite a few other projects that are in the works as well, including a Christmas story, but that's for next year. It's not going to be ready this year. Just all kinds of good stuff ready to go. So it's going to be a really busy year. I'm really looking forward to it.
Yeah, so you guys keep in mind this book is done, and there is a good chance you can get it before Christmas. So if you back this book now, not only are these two very generous with how much they're going to donate to St. Jude's, but you also get a killer comic book. So this is kind of one of those perfect win-win scenarios. Everybody gets something out of it, and those are always the best kind of business ventures to go into. This just looks fantastic. I always say I would like to see a black and white version, because Nerium's like inks, I guess they're all digital, and your textures are very, very cool.
But I'm also doing traditionals, just so you know. We even gonna have a little Christmas for you just a little bit later when we talk Christmas.
Oh, cool.
Just so you know.
Yeah, there was a limited run of black and white art. You should have gotten a black and white with yours, I believe, with what you ordered. I think you got a black and white in there, but that's under the Sirens of Sunsworn. Everybody that got that perk also got black and white, and I think there's 4 more of those left. But I'm really focused on that featured tier because I just want to raise as much money for St. Jude as possible.
That's right. Thank you. I'll show that. Here's the black and white version right here.
And that's one of the black and white version actually has a different cover. So if you could show your cover, because we decided to run with a different cover there.
Yeah, let me come back here. So I have this package is so freaking killer, man.
Whoa.
Oh. I hope he didn't mean literally.
It's a killer package.
My mouse is like it's got clickitis, man. It's like it's weird. So this is it, man. This is killer. It's in a box here. It's so damn cool. And then here's your production company here, Bloodbond Books. Yeah, I'm such a geek collector. I'm like, oh, there's a piece of tape right here. That's fun. And here's the main book right here with the Vinnie Tartamella cover. Very cool. I don't know if all of them come with all the prints, but mine did. And this is the black and white version you were talking about, right?
Yep.
And that's the cover that actually made from a traditional. So what you see on the cover was A3 format traditional.
Oh, is that why also the original's for sale? Because there is an actual physical original?
It was sold. It was sold. The original traditional piece actually found their owner already. But since it was so cool, we decided to put it on a cover as well.
Yeah, there's all kinds of. Let me see. I got them right here. I have all my trading cards. It's a transparent trading card here. Let me share without clicking myself out of here. We got this.
Nice.
Can't really see it, but it is transparent.
No, cool.
Yeah, that was a deal for the first 200 backers, but I do have some of those left. So while supplies last, I'll go ahead and throw those in there.
Okay, would that be to entice people to back tonight? So
Absolutely.
yes, these things are so cool. I'm going to ask you guys how you did this, but these are like gold embossed. You can't really tell, but they're.
Oh yeah, you can see it though. It looks nice.
Yeah, very nice.
Yeah, and so there's just there's a bunch of them. Are these kind of like I just what is it? Magic the Gathering. These kind of remind me of like game type cards.
Yeah, kind of, sort of. They're a little bit of an influence, but yeah, I just wanted to do some foil cards because mainly because I'd never done them before, and I thought it would be cool.
they turned out great. They look awesome.
Really
cool.
Yeah, they look sweet. So let me see. I told you guys I was gonna drop the link. Let me get this work. All right. I'm having a little bit of trouble with my computer today, so I hope everything works. Yeah, so the link is in the description, and it's also in the chat here, you guys. So go back that $15 for every book backed goes to St. Jude's, and 2 books per backing go to Toys for Tots, which will be Bond and Sunsworn Wings of Vengeance.
Oh yeah.
Absolutely. Thank you. And yes, everybody if you get that featured perk, you're going to get that 2 cover prints as well as there's 3 trading cards and a sticker. So that's all part of the deal.
All right. Well, also Clint has a book in demand. Do you want to go over that real quick? Yeah, I have a link.
Sure,
here.
yeah. Whichever one you got a link for.
Okay.
It's all gravy at this point. I couldn't be happier. 2021 was a great year for me with Comicsgate. Pirate Queen. We blew the doors off of everything that I had done previously. Me and Mandy. We had an amazing closeout night. The only thing I'm disappointed in is that I didn't get to see Shane Davis drink Mountain Dew Zero out of his jock cup. That would have been a very special ending, but
You said cup, not strap, right?
it was the actual cup. But, yeah, for his kickboxing stuff. So that
Don't have holes in them so they can you can ventilate
this
them.
one was not ventilated, so I'm guessing it was extra sweaty in there.
That's some spicy Mountain Dew. Yeah.
That's the answer you wanted, right, Art?
Well, you know what's funny is when we were growing up, with my punk friends, we used to call Mountain Dew Dick Sweat.
Uh,
Well, maybe it used to be ventilated, but all that cheese kind of closed the ventilation.
even your punk friends were weird.
Yeah, we did some crazy stuff, but you know what? I don't regret anything.
No, there you go.
Yeah.
But Pirate Queen blew the doors off. We're just a shade under 40,000 right now. What are we, like 246, 236 away? Once we hit 40,000, every backer, no matter what reward tier you're at, you're going to get one of these 3D hologram cards of Pirate Queen. I did them for Blue Bombshell. They're really awesome. Turned out really cool. So that's going to be the $40,000 stretch goal. We're just a shade away from it. I would imagine we're going to hit it in demand here. So no matter what reward you're back, you'll get that extra bonus card, the hologram lenticular card on there. But yeah, just stoked with every project I've done on Indiegogo with Comicsgate. You just kind of build that audience. You kind of get the word out to more people, and you just kind of have more and more fun with each of these projects. So I couldn't be happier with the way things turned out with the Pirate Queen. And we've got huge plans for 2022, me and Mandy. Each book, like I'm in the middle of these books right now, but you're always planning ahead for the next thing too. So next year I've got the first spin-off book from the Pirate Queen universe is going to be the Slave Girl. Hey, Bob. Slave Girl from Planet X is going to be my big spring project that I do. I've got about half of that book drawn already. I'm going to be splashing it all over Twitter and promoting it more after the beginning of the year. But then that's going to lead to the big crossover event of Slave Girl versus Pirate Queen. So I just keep mentioning that whenever I'm talking about these projects, because we're just building on more and more to the next thing. Blue Bombshell did huge this year. Pirate Queen 2 did huge this year. 2021 was a great year for us with Comicsgate. And I mean, it just shows the strength and the fan power of Comicsgate.
Yeah.
Comicsgate is building, like it's built up each year that it's been going. And I got in late. My only regret is that I wasn't here in like 2017 and 2018. I didn't know about it. So yeah.
So you're a dick rider. Okay.
Yeah, exactly. I tell everybody, like I knew Mark Bolton from our Arcana days, and I saw Mark Bolton and John Malin, and I was like, holy crap, what's going on over here? Because I don't always have my thumb on the pulse of everything going on, and luckily I knew Mark Bolton, and we did Sea Dog and Codename Killswitch, and Sea Dog and Codename Killswitch book 3 will be coming because we kind of left it on a big cliffhanger there. So there's all kinds of projects that I've got coming up, and it's just a matter of managing my time and drawing as much as I possibly can, which is exactly what I wanted my comic book career to be doing. And I've got nobody but Comicsgate to thank for it. So thanks to all the fans out there. Thanks to CG. Thanks to all the guys on YouTube that have built CG up into this. Thanks to Art for having me on the Pontificators. 2021 has been an awesome year, and I'm glad it's been great for everybody else. I love seeing everybody come on and promote their projects. It's just a blast to see what everybody's doing and all the excitement.
Yeah, 2022 is going to be even beyond this, man, because I know Pedro's got a book that he's going to be dropping on us soon.
Awesome.
That's going to be amazing. And if you guys don't know, Pedro and I are working on Black and White High Octane.
Nice.
That book is badass. And
Every time you say that, there should be like a metal riff combined. High Octane.
Get on.
I'll see what I can do.
Let me get this. Rich, thank you so much. Rich Roach Balls for $2. Roach Balls. I don't know what roach. You guys know what roach balls are?
It
That's
means
his book.
something to somebody.
They're very important to Rich, and that's all that matters.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, just know, Rich, we're all about the roach balls right now.
Yeah.
You know what a roach is?
And balls.
And balls.
You know what balls are? I'm assuming.
Yeah. So I see something that Pedro's posted here. What is this, Pedro? Let me see.
Oh, just like he said, high octane. So
Oh shit! This is the video you put together.
yeah.
Awesome.
I love that twirling up the staff.
It's gonna be a cartoon.
Yeah, the cartoon is in the future plans. Yeah.
Yeah, there is talk. Yeah, we do have some talk. What is this, man? What is this? This doesn't look right.
It's Christmas themed. We have the Christmas themed stuff tonight, right?
But But
Just for
since
the record.
I,
Wait, what happened there?
you kick
What
him.
happened? You kicked them.
Man, my mouse is being really weird.
No, I think I got kicked out at the last second.
Art got nervous.
but since it's Christmas time, and we started with the presents, I kind of prepared something small for you as well.
Oh,
And
whoa.
one show.
Oh,
There it is. Wait,
There
hold
it is.
on.
And biggin.
And Biggin. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Oh,
Nice.
yeah.
A little black and white.
Oh.
Oh, wow.
Awesome.
That was awesome.
Wow. So are you gonna put that into the what is that, black and white? Yeah, it
It's
is.
black
Yeah.
and white, Art. Yeah.
Yeah.
Black and white.
Oh,
Yeah.
with all the
Yeah.
dark space, you don't even see white on the top. Kind of flipping up
Whitney,
back.
yeah, Whitney doing the backflip and
Yeah.
Yeah.
black
oh
on the
my
bottom there.
gosh.
That
Yeah, we
was
got-
so awesome.
Yeah, we got that trading card contest. You should throw that in there. That'd be
Yes.
awesome.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't even know. Well, honestly, this was I did a poll a long time ago about some traditional stuff, and yeah, I just wanted to draw black and white. So
That's
Very
awesome.
cool.
Yeah, thank
Awesome,
you
man.
so much. Okay, and so
Awesome, there.
since we haven't really got to spend time with Bob or Todd, I'm going to throw it at Todd. So, Todd, I need to know what your wait. Okay, hold on. Here we
It's
go.
my favorite segment of the show, where Todd begrudgingly gets dragged on to talking.
So I guess we could start with your favorite, like, comic book or superhero type Christmas. Like, did Santa bring you like your favorite comic book or your favorite comic book related toys? Or
Okay, I'll tell you some things. It wasn't until I got into my later teens when the family said, you know what? Maybe the best thing to do is just go to his store and pick up whatever he's got stashed there. Once he started doing that, they don't know like how much. One, they saved me a lot of money, but how much better a gift that was than anything else they could have done. So once that happened, it just really made my Christmas when it comes to comic books and stuff. About 2 years ago, there was a Christmas story. It was Nick Klein. It was a Deadpool story, and it was drawn by Nick Klein. And it ended up winning some awards for single best issue. And it was a Santa Claus related story with Deadpool. And I forget the name of it, but it was really, really, really good. One of the best Christmas issue type stories that was done. I mean, a lot of times those issues are kind of like DC used to do one every year, and it was an anthology of just weird stories. And there was nothing that really ever stuck out in my head as far as those stories went. But this Nick Klein, and I forgot who wrote it. It might be Donnie Cates. Was a great story.
so Donnie Cates was writing comic books when you were a kid?
No, I'm talking about
No.
2 years ago. This Deadpool
Oh.
story was the best Christmas story, bar none, to me that ever has come out.
So
Well, okay, there's another one. Adam Hughes drew a one issue Hellboy Krampus Christmas kind of story that was really good. It read really well. It was very silent issue, so it was really, he had to carry the load. And that was only about a year ago, maybe. That was really good too. Oh, that was excellent.
I try not to miss Adam Hughes stuff.
Yeah.
Other than that, Christmas stories having to do kind of with comic books. I don't know.
You'd be like toys, like comic book related toys, stuff like that.
Oh yeah. I comic books for me started out with my dad buying them for me as like if I stayed home from school, he had to bring me to my grandmother's. There was this store, and that's where I got my first comic books. And it was just like, here, don't bother your grandmother kind of a thing. And so it was just a luck where that kind of started before 12. Once I hit 12, my dad had long been gone living in Florida. Once I hit 12, I was off to the races, using every dime, doing odd jobs, whether it be raking or snow shoveling or whatever, to buy my own comics.
Yeah, between 12 and 15 is like the perfect age, right?
Yeah, and you have a certain appreciation for sort of the
That's
smells and buying them yourself, and the, because this is pre-store. This is like convenience store and drug stores and newsstand type stores that we had. So this is pre that. You don't have. It was weird because I don't know how it worked, but I had 3 stores I could choose from that were in walking distance. One was Parker Drugs, one was a newsstand, and one was like a dairy. It was called a Dairy Mart. And I don't know if it was
awesome.
like, we'll hold it, we'll get the DC, you guys get the mall. Because it's so weird, because you never saw what they had over there, and they never had what they had over there. So you always had to kind of go to all 3 to get a good selection. I was huge into the All-Star Squadron stuff in the early things like Teen Titans. So I was big into DC when I was younger, and then slowly started going towards Marvel, and the X-Men really started picking up, and so everything was a mutant book, and so I lived through a huge, like a bunch of eras of comics that had these little niche things about them, because there was even the, I don't know,
remember
guys
when
like
you thought
Alan
Kurt Megaton
Davis
was a cool villain?
Yeah. Brian Hitch, Gary Frank, they were all these guys that were doing UK Marvel comics, really good artists, and then all of a sudden those UK books like Death's Head and stuff like that, they all jumped here, and then Wolverine was in all of them. He was in every single one of them. So it was like this weird era that you got introduced to these great artists that had been doing comics for years, but they weren't doing, their stuff wasn't really hitting here, even though they were working for Marvel. So it was kind of weird.
I remember Brian Hitch did that early Superman Maxima Superman annual, and he was very heavily influenced by Alan Davis, but it was beautifully done, and I didn't care that he was influenced by Alan Davis. That was a good thing. But I love some of that early Brian Hitch stuff that he did.
I've always been really good at picking out what does this artist mean to me? What's he good for? And Alan Davis was like, if I need like up close fighting, what they call wet works, fisticuffs. Alan Davis's work was the best, bar none, when it came to that in close fighting.
The other thing Alan Davis was amazing at was drawing really simple backgrounds that looked really complicated. Like if you look at his backgrounds, they're just big black spots with lines, and there's not really any detail. But when you look at it on a comic book page, it looks like a huge city backdrop. But he did it so simply.
Yeah, and his women were cute as all get
out.
Oh
yeah, he didn't draw an ugly woman.
yeah. So
he didn't have any of that. He didn't have any of that body positivity stuff.
No. They were pretty. It was weird because they weren't exploitive or anything. They were just kind of
they were just nicely drawn ladies.
Yeah. So Bob,
hold on, if I could do anything that I felt like, if this were possible, to really show people the height and the reverence of comics, it would be taking them in a time machine and bringing them back to like certain periods of comics, like 70s, and there's a period in the 80s and the black and white explosions, and saying, look, it was just freedom. It was independent freedom, whether it was even at the big 2 or what. The writers got to hook up with artists and do what they wanted with a little bit of interruption as possible, experimentation, give us your best. It's completely gone and pulled away from the industry whatsoever. I would just take people on a time machine and bring them back and say, look, this is really what comics.
Well, let's see what Bob's fond Christmas. Okay, it's little Bob. He's coming down the staircase. It's early Christmas morning. The snow is falling, and you look at the Christmas tree, and what do you see? Ninja Turtles?
No, my nuts are freezing. It's cold down here, man. Turn the heat on. You cheap bastard.
Kids don't care about that stuff.
Actually, This is gonna be funny. We didn't really celebrate Christmas until I was about 15, 16 years old. My mother and my parents were well, no, that's not true. We celebrated Christmas till I was about 8 or 9. And then we stopped until I was about 17, 18. Because my parents were ultra Protestant, ultra Pentecostal.
Oh.
But I will tell you the coolest like of my young, like my youth, my childhood was. Do you guys remember when they had the Shogun Warriors?
Oh yeah,
those toys. Okay, you remember when they made a Godzilla to go with them?
Oh yeah,
and he had the little lever on the back of his head that would flick the fire out of his mouth. I woke up one Christmas morning, and that was sitting in front of a tree for me.
Oh, nice!
Wow.
Yeah, no, my nuts dropped that day. Dude, it was that was probably the most metal toy I've ever had in my entire life, dude. Freaking Godzilla breathing fire.
Yeah, there's a lot of nut talk with Bob's story.
Well, I mean, hey, man, what's his name started it? So Roach Nuts. So Roach balls, nuts, same thing. But I'll tell you, like the coolest Christmas comic books I've ever gotten. Lobo's Paramilitary Christmas Special. Yes. That book was friggin' metal as hell, dude. That book was awesome. And do you guys remember the Hellboy Christmas Special?
I think so.
Yeah. Mike Mignola, Gary Gianni, Stephen Purcell, and Geoff Darrow. Dude, the cover of that thing, I actually found the cover for it. That thing is dope. Oh my God, that thing is so badass. Hang on a second, let me share this thing. It's so friggin' cool. Look at this, dude. Wait. Art, what'd you do?
That was amazing.
Art is a private person. He just likes to keep stuff to himself.
You lost it.
Where is it? It's not here
Art
anymore.
doesn't share.
Hang on. I'll stop and I'll share it again.
Share Christmas stuff.
I love it.
Keep screwing everybody over.
There we go. Mm-hmm. There it is. There it is.
All this mouse is a pain in the anus.
In the yee.
Blaming the mouse.
Okay.
All right. I unshared it. I reshared it.
Add to stream.
There it is.
All right.
Look at this.
Look at that.
That is
Very
so
gothic.
badass. And the one story I remember, look at the skeleton in the back carrying the boar's head.
Nice,
dude. That is so freaking cool. Look at the line work in that.
Yeah, that's nice.
That's awesome.
Yeah. It looks like an old timey newspaper illustration.
Yeah, and I think that's what he was going for.
Mm-hmm, yeah.
But I remember one of the cool stories in this was Hellboy goes into hell to get the daughter of a woman who just lost her kid, and he goes to hell to get her daughter back for Christmas. But yeah, like that, and dude, the Lobo Paramilitary Christmas Special was so friggin' badass, man. Basically, the Easter Bunny hires Lobo to kill Santa Claus. And like the Easter Bunny is like drunk, like just drunk as hell. And
so violent, man.
It was so violent, but it was so funny.
Yeah.
Because Santa, like all the elves were like these evil little like gnome things, and the reindeer were like rabid, and like Santa Claus was just a dick.
Do you remember the compilation or the box set that they did? That was in there, and then they used the issue of Superman I did with Dan Jurgens. With Superman battling Lobo, so that's in there too.
Oh
so,
yeah, I've got that one.
Yeah, where he fought him for the first time. Yeah, and where he just did it. He just came to a fight just for fun.
Yeah, he's just drunk. Like Lobo's just drunk, and he's like
just drunk and shows up to fight Superman.
But, and then there was I'm trying to remember what it was about, but do you remember I can never pronounce his name right. Bermejo did Batman Noel.
Oh yeah,
good stuff. Yeah.
That was like that. So
I'm sharing an actual Christmassy Spider-Man image.
Is it the one with like the dude that was dressed as Santa Claus?
No, Ross Andrew, like this, the old, the old late 70s, early 80s Spider-Man.
You know what? Ross is so freaking good.
He is so underrated. Like Ross Andrew was, like he gets overlooked as a Spider-Man artist, but man, he was awesome. And like that image, I mean, it looks like a postcard.
Isn't that the Rockefeller Center or something like that?
Oh yeah, totally.
Where that sculpture is, where everybody ice skates in front of it.
And this might be from the Stegosaur Lizard Man episode or issue, I think, because that was a Christmas issue too. But yeah, I love that old. I love Ross Andrews' issues of Spider-Man, and
with the mistletoe around the
very very Christmassy there.
You would see that.
Is he the one that did the Superman Spider-Man like?
Yeah, he did the Superman Spider-Man crossover. Yeah.
Yeah, and I think
where Spider-Man was like he got supercharged from the sun over there, and then he burned through it real fast, and he starts punching, and he breaks his hands. And he's like, "Oh crap!"
Because Spider-Man is just like pounding on him, and then he's like, and he hides them behind his back, and they're all throbbing.
Yep.
Yeah, it's good stuff.
Stegron,
yeah.
Yeah, I have like this just reminds me. Every year on Adventures of Superman, we would annually do a Christmas like special in December, and I just remember it was in the days when we would work on the pages and there would be lettering on the actual board, right? And so it's Superman, kind of like that Spider-Man pose that you put up, Clint, and he's like people down on the rooftop and stuff is like, "Merry Christmas, Superman." They're saying Christmin, not Christmas. And so I remember talking to Mike Carlin about that. I go, this says Christman, not Christmas. And he goes, "Yes, I know," because he's the editor and he didn't want to be told anything. And so then I said, "It's not only on that page, but wait, there's more." And I flipped and I showed him all the panels. He goes, yeah, I've already seen it all. But man, I've never seen him so defensive in all my life. It was hilarious. And,
how did it happen? Just the letter screwed up or something?
Yeah, that happens. There's you're working fast and you just misspell a word. I just thought it was funny because every one of the Christmas words was Christmin. So he must have had like a mental block and he was just doing it.
So I want a story from Uncle Art for all of us that didn't get to like work at DC and Marvel for 30 years and work with real letterers. Like, can you kind of explain working on pages that already had the lettering on them, and like was it like stuck on? Like, I never got to work with a letterer that had lettering on the actual art. I would love to hear a little bit about that.
No, it was right there on the board. But let me get this first.
Sure.
Thank you so much, Randy Howe, for the $2 super chat. High T action on high octane fuel. Sweet. That one's aimed right there at Pedro. Yeah.
Seriously, dude, are you gonna get like a little clip? You just clip it and it's just like freaking slash them just every time someone says that.
Yeah, I'll get Del Keown to record something for me.
High octane.
High octane. Yeah. So in those days, the boards were they were lettered right there on the artwork. So the pros and cons to that was you didn't have to ink what was behind the word balloons, right? So if there was a series of crazy background stuff like that, you didn't have to ink those. So it would save time. But what they would do, these pencilers, is there was a guide that they used, and it was kind of like a
little block with a circle in it, right?
Yeah, it had a circle, and then it was like you could spin it around, and you could do spacing for like the lettering, so you could kind of go an 1/8 inch, a 1/4 inch, whatever you needed, and then you just draw the line straight across with your ruler, so you could always kind of do it fast. Well, they would do it fast. They would do it right through the artwork. So if there was like a background that looks like a building, because buildings look like grids, like skyscrapers look like grids. Well, they would just draw their lines right through these things. So then you would have to figure out what is the background and what is the lettering line. So it would kind of slow you down because you would kind of have to decipher, which pencil is the pencil that you want to ink. So that was a little bit of a challenge. And then later, I think it was due to just speed. And I do think things were changing where they were doing paste up like you were talking about, Clint.
Yeah.
They were doing more paste up. So what they would do is they would kind of do it digitally, and then they would print that little balloon out, and then they would paste that on the artwork. And so when they did that, what was cool about that is we got paid more money. So there was, I think it was $8 for unlettered, unbordered pages. So now, since DC was asking you to do, this is the day when things were fair, right? They were asking to do more because now you had to ink where those balloons were. So they thought, well, if you have to do more work, then we'll pay you more. And then the letterer would do the border panels. And so now the inker would do that. So then you would get paid for those things. And then Marvel was the first one to flip the middle finger at the freelancer. And they thought, oh, we're going to fool everybody, right? They said, we're going to give everybody a raise. Like all inkers are going to get a raise. And then what they did is they gave you like a $10 raise, but they took away the $8.
Ouch.
So they took away the unlettered, unbordered money, and then they gave you a flat $10 raise. Well, over time, that would just be a moot point, and it wouldn't mean anything. So I just hate that kind of business. People that can do that kind of stuff.
The penny pinchers.
Yeah, but
welcome to the comic book industry.
Yeah, but that's not that's not Christmassy. So
No, that's not.
It kind of is. Yeah, it falls in the Scrooge category.
Yeah, a little bit.
Oh.
The Scrooge. Yeah, there you go.
There's always a Scrooge around somewhere, especially in editorial.
Yeah. And Tom Brevoort's heart shrank 6 sizes that day and turned into a singularity.
Yeah.
How long did it take you to ink one page like that?
Well, it would really depend on what my workload was. So, like in the industry, if you can ink 1 page a day, then that's a professional kind of level. But usually schedules, they don't give you 30 days. So I would say realistically, if you're going to survive the industry, you should be able to do a book every 2 to 3 weeks. Maybe not every month, with that schedule, but you should be able to have that chambered. Otherwise, you're not going to be inking every issue. You know what I mean? They'll get so.
Yeah, but by book we were talking about like 24 pages floppy or so.
Yeah, so usually they would give you 30 days. Ideally, they would give you the complete month to do 22 pages. But like I said, you have to be able to do more than that to survive. And also, like inkers were kind of asked to double the output of a penciler. So inkers were kind of expected to do 2 to 1. So 2 pages of inks to 1 page of pencils. And so that was kind of always the industry norm when I broke in. So that was kind of what was expected of you. Yeah. So Pedro, okay, it's Christmas morning. It's Christmas morning. Pedro's coming down the staircase. He sees his Christmas tree. He's got
it's
his
on fire.
Okay, this is going to be a cultural shock because down here in Latin America, we don't believe in Santa Claus.
What?
Yeah, it makes no sense. It makes no sense. We are asked to tell baby Jesus for toys.
Now,
yes, my man.
Yeah, and that will confuse a kid. 'Cause as a kid, you would say, "Do babies work? How does he get the money to give me toys?" These feels like they're preparing you. Yeah, they're preparing you to build iPods at the factory. Like, hey, kids work, baby Jesus work, so you will work. So that was the first culture shock, and
we'll give everybody like a point of reference. So what country are we talking about?
No.
What's that?
What country are we talking about?
Oh, all Latin America.
Okay.
I mean, I'm in Panama, so
it's okay for him to generalize, and then it's not okay for us.
Yeah, no, like I've been all over Latin America, and I've done this study like.
So Santa Claus is not a thing in South America,
no, not at all.
Not even in Europe. Not
Europe either.
Must be the whole thing with him being the patron saint of prostitutes.
Yeah, it's just
Well,
baby Jesus.
when you say all Europe, like not England, right? England has Father Christmas.
Yeah, but that's different. Santa Claus is only American thing, and I kind of heard. I don't know whether it's true. Maybe I got it wrong. But Santa Claus was invented by Coca-Cola, right?
I don't.
By
think
who?
so.
By
I think
Coca-Cola.
I think the red suit with the thing was invented by Coca-Cola,
Yeah.
but I don't think the idea of Saint Nicholas was.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
well, don't they say the first like real Christmas like account is what is the one? It's like the rhyme. It's like I woke up to see what the chatter threw over in the sash and whatever to see what the clatter. I found 8 tiny reindeers and a jolly, like Saint Nick. Like that from what I hear is the first real account of how all this stuff works.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like there's a guy that comes on a sleigh, he's got 8 tiny reindeer, and there's this little pudgy guy comes down your fireplace and gives you toys. And I heard what started that is that the guy was caught in a blizzard and his daughter was sick, and he didn't have time to get her a present, so he wrote her that story.
Okay, that's a new one for me.
Yeah. So I don't know if it's true or not, but I always liked that story that it actually came from a father to try to tell his daughter, how Christmas kind of the mechanics of it work.
See, we kind of over here, we have it a little bit different. I'm from Slovakia, from Europe, center of Europe, and we do actually have St. Nicholas Day, and that goes at 6th of December. And it's kind of in a way like all the children are supposed to clean their shoes, and by the evening, St. Nicholas comes with the devil and with the shoulder, with an angel, with an angel, and the child is supposed to say some kind of poem like Christmas or winter, just something, or sing a song or just present something. And then St. Nicholas asks them whether they've been good throughout the whole year, and if they were, they get like a small package filled with sweets and fruits and stuff like that. And and
I
then
like that.
that's a good one. That's a good one.
And if they weren't, does he swipe their shoes?
No, actually, if they were bad, they either get coal, or the second option is the devil actually tries to put them into his huge bag.
Yeah. Krampus.
Yeah, Krampus style.
Yeah.
Is the Krampus is that a thing in Europe and stuff, or is that?
Yeah, I think it actually comes from Germany. I'm not really sure, or somewhere around that. I need to check it out. I don't want to lie, but it actually does. Yeah.
Oh, very interesting.
Yeah.
That dude's a scary mofo.
Dude, there's all kinds of messed up stories because there's like Santa and Black Pete.
Zwarte Piet. That's
Zwarte Piet. Yeah, Zwarte Piet. Yeah.
That's in the Netherlands. But no, Zwarte Piet is like Santa's like black helper.
Yeah.
And he brings oranges to the good children of Netherlands from Spain. It's a very weird.
There's a whole lot. There's a whole lot of weird, man.
When I was a kid, we got oranges in our stocking and a variety of nuts.
That was Black Pete, man.
Yeah.
That was Zwarte Piet.
Why does it always come back to nuts and balls with you, Art?
Yeah.
No, it's not me. It's actually Bob.
It's Saint Nick.
Little how's your father there, Art?
I mean, and down here, there's some parents that are so horrible
Oh, Zinco.
that they'll make their kids wait until the 6th of January for their presents.
Yeah.
Because it's like the wise men that comes with the presents. So like baby Jesus is born on the 24th, but like Baltasar, Melchor, and Gaspar, I don't know how they're called. Like the 3 guys who visited Jesus, like they come. Yeah, the 3 wise men come in January the 6th. So while everybody is playing around, some kids are just looking at wrapped toys. Like you can't open them yet.
Yeah,
For
that's
2
the 12
weeks.
days of Christmas.
You guys want to see a hate crime?
Yeah. Yeah.
I got a picture
Who
of Black
doesn't?
Pete. I got a picture of a person dressed as Black Pete here.
No, that's horrible. No,
It's one of the-
the
it's
channel
terrible,
gonna get
dude.
struck. Don't do it.
Yeah, I know. I'm like, this is like this, like literally, I'm like, this is a hate crime.
Yeah. The channel's gonna get struck, dude. Don't do it. Don't do it. Yeah.
Yeah. And by the way, Art, you're talking about "Twas the Night Before Christmas."
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay, yeah. That's what I heard, anyways. I don't know. So Pedro, so then the three wise men brought your presents.
Yeah, they did. Okay, so comic book related toy.
Did you get what is it, Merkin, or what is it?
Gold, frankincense, and myrrh.
A Merkin? No, I didn't get a Merkin.
A Merkin? Oh my god!
Not a Merkin. Yeah, that's not.
Yeah. No, myrrh, incense, and frankincense.
Yeah.
Doesn't that because if you see myrrh's incense. So they brought gold, myrrh, and incense. So one
vodka.
Yeah.
One of the ones wasn't bringing shit. Like it was like, dude, what do you got there? Like I haven't give me a piece, and it's like it's myrrh, but it's the same shit.
Well, one dirtbag brought a drum set.
Yeah, dude. No, okay, comic book related toys. Like I never got comics for Christmas, but I did get a die-cut Spider-Man.
Nice.
And that was the one that you could like peek behind his head, and it was like
I was gonna ask. He had like the Spidey Vision thing.
Yeah. I remember I got that one.
I think they used the same design for him that remember they had the $6 Million Man.
$6 million,
and he had the little
$6 million man,
and he had the little thing you could look through to see his bionic eye.
Yeah, dude.
I think they used the same mold for him.
And as a kid, didn't you get like ketchup from like McDonald's and put it on the back of that hole? And just like, oh no.
No, dude. Like what I did with that toy is that I hit a cousin in the head with it. Because I threw it and just, dude, that boy was out for like half an hour.
That was back in the day when toys were made. You could like bludgeon someone to death with them bad boys.
Exactly, it was an instrument.
We had toy guns that were the same size and looked like real guns.
Dude, like okay, this is not comic book related, but I think I told this story somewhere else. But my dad used to sell forklifts. So he was such a good salesman. He was sent to Japan like in 1982, 83. So this is before Transformers. So he bought the generic toys of Transformers and he brought it for me and my brother. So I had like Optimus Prime, but it was like robot truck. And I had Megatron and it was like gun robot. And dude, everybody was like, what the hell is that? And like Megatron shot like little
plastic bullets.
Plastic bullets, dude. It was awesome.
Yeah. And Geek Avenger, it wasn't called Armatron, it was called Maskatron. Maskatron from $6 Million Man. Now there was one that had like these weird robot arms and everything. So maybe
Maskatron was the guy. He was the robot, but he had like a snap-on.
His face. Yeah,
different people, right?
Yeah.
God, we're old.
No, those $6 Million Mans are awesome, but that brings me back to in the Christmas presents, Stretch Armstrong.
Oh yeah, dude.
Stretch Armstrong. Man.
My dad bought me a Stretch Armstrong for Christmas one year, and I destroyed it in a week.
Oh
yeah, because I wanted to see what was inside.
Everybody did.
So I took a freaking knife and I poked a tiny hole in his chest.
And that was it.
And my dad was he sat there with a soldering iron and a piece of rubber and trying to seal that thing back up. He was so mad.
You know what you could have used is those tire patch kits. Like you can just put a tire patch over it, and then
he was just basically like, screw it, just throw it in the garbage.
All Stretch Armstrongs died the same way.
Well, you know what? My friend got one as well. So what we really fantasized about doing is we wanted to stretch it across the street from power pole to power pole, and watch a car hit it. Like I think we're just thinking Spider-Man's web, right? You could stop a car or whatever. But we didn't care, like if the thing was destroyed or not. And I don't know, we got maybe 10 feet. We never got all the way across the street. But that was the dream, man. That was the dream.
Yeah, that's how we destroyed my cousin's Stretch Armstrong.
The world's biggest slingshot.
Yeah, that's what we were trying to do. We had where my cousin, he had along his driveway, my uncle put telephone poles, and then he put lights over top because his driveway was like a freaking half a mile. So we went out to the freaking thing, and we literally tied one arm of Stretch Armstrong and we tried to stretch him to the other one and tore the arm off. And
you could probably do that if you had multiple Stretch Armstrongs. You could tie their arms together and just kind of do what is it, the barrel of monkeys thing? And just have But you know what?
And Henry Beamer said, Stretch Armstrong had like a purple goo inside of him.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
it was like a goo. Yeah,
Yeah,
Kind of reminds me of Flobber.
yeah. It was
But,
similar.
But you know what? I got one of those Evel Knievel stunt cycles.
I had one of those.
Yeah,
the
those
ones
were-
that you like
yeah.
cranked.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you crank it. And it's
Those
nothing
were
gyro.
awesome.
Those
It
were
had
so
the gyro.
badass.
Yeah, so it stayed up, and all the kids, like even me, like we fantasized, like, oh, Evel Knievel's the best. So we'd be jumping our bikes and doing all
Yeah.
kinds of like
Oh,
crazy
dude, busted so many
shit.
teeth.
And
Dude,
so
I lost a couple of big wheels.
yeah, it was
Uh-huh.
Playing
Christmas
Evel
morning.
Knievel.
Yeah, it was Christmas morning, so I'm winding that thing up, had my ramp, whoa, it hits, goes on the sidewalk, and I didn't know how powerful that thing was, but it kept going into the street just as a car came around the corner.
Oh.
Boom! It just ran over my Evel Knievel, right? And
Yeah.
so I just remember I was so distraught, and my dad is so awesome. He got me in the car. We went to Whitefront or one of these, passe, department stores. And he bought me a new one. And the best part of that story is the bike was destroyed, but not Evel Knievel. So now I had two Evel Knievels to do stunts together. So I could put one on the other one's shoulders.
The Knievel twins.
Dude, do you remember when they came out? The sequel to that was the rocket car. It was it was the same. It was the same wind up thing, but it was the rocket car. But it had none of the like design or aerodynamics of the original.
Yeah.
So like it would just like you just start flipping and eventually just broke into pieces.
Yeah, the only thing would have been cool about that is if it had a parachute and you could like
Yeah.
shoot it off your rooftop and then watch the parachute.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Here's the most ghetto of ghetto gifts that I've ever gotten.
Mm.
Lawn darts.
Oh yeah, lawn darts
I
are the
got a
bomb.
set
For a
of
kid?
somebody gave a 10-year-old kid a set of lawn darts. You know
That's
exactly what
crazy.
we're doing with them.
Oh,
Straight up in the air.
Dude,
Watch them
like,
come down.
The most ghetto toy I ever got was a Peruvian version of He-Man. It was called El Man.
Oh man.
Yeah, dude, it was horrible. It was like very, very cheap, and you can tell they were trying to make He-Man because he got kind of like looked like the sword. But dude, that thing melted in the sun.
Oh no.
Yeah, it was horrible.
Yeah,
Like, you
they
would
were-
play
Was
and-
it that same body shape? Because they all
Yeah.
had the
Perfect
same body
mountain
shape.
man. What are you talking about?
No, the thing is that you were playing with it and your hand will smell because
No,
the thing was dissolving in your hands. It was
Yeah,
horrible.
they were made with
Yeah,
like
man.
really cheap styrene plastic that like the
Yeah.
heat from your hand would like warp it.
Yeah, I
Like you're
think
looking
I-
at it.
Yeah.
No.
I think I exposed myself to cancer with that toy.
No.
Because I used to when I used to live in Tucson, Arizona, they had these massive swap meets, and you would go down there and like they were selling those bootleg toys, and I bought a couple of them, and like you said, like dude, they would last for like maybe a week, and they would just come apart. There was my dad got so pissed off. He's like, "Why are you wasting money on this junk?" It's like I'm a kid.
Like I have a lawn dart story that's horrific. Okay.
Oh, God.
We're at the park, right? I had a psycho cousin. Oh, what is that? He grew up. He's normal now, but when he was young, he was a psycho. And so his sister wouldn't let him do something. So we're at the park. We had the lawn darts out there. So he got mad and started chasing her with the lawn dart, right? And so this little kid's chasing his older sister, and so he just chucked it at her like a psycho. And it stabbed her in the back. It actually, like, he hit her in the back with it. And then I still remember this to the day. It hit, and then it just kind of dropped down. It was just kind of hanging there. You know what I mean? As she was still running, because she was probably worried he was going to get another one. And that freaked me out.
Mhm.
Pedro, we need more suspenseful music, please, for this kind
More
of story.
suspenseful?
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
But, yeah, dude, that like back in the day,
Like do it.
Yeah. Okay.
back in the day, lawn darts actually had a
I'm
point
thinking
on
about
them.
a suspense.
Like the original lawn darts, they had like you ever shoot a bow and arrow? I used to do bow hunting and stuff. Field points. They had like it wasn't a super sharp point, but it was a point. Lawn darts used to have a point like that.
Oh yeah, it was metal too.
Yeah, and like that's why like people were like, was that dumb kids? Like someone said, there's like lawn darts weeded out the dumb kids. You throw them
also-
suckers up. If you stay too long, like
Right,
you
you're
get messed
supposed to-
up.
Yeah, you're supposed to throw it like a horseshoe. So if you got another like psycho, I mean, you can throw it in the air and you can lose where it's at, and it comes straight down on your head.
Yeah, like we me and my cousins, we would take like a piece of plywood and lean it up against the wall of like my uncle's barn in there, and we would throw them like that, like this, at and try to stick it into the wood. Like old school lawn darts were dangerous, man.
Yeah, they were banned for a reason. So how about you, North Gaze? Like it's Saturday, it's Christmas morning. You're coming down the stairs. You see the Christmas tree. What was your coolest Christmas gift?
Well, we got a lot of Transformers. We were big Transformers fans.
Awesome.
Yeah, and every other year I would get a new Ants in the Pants game because throughout 2 years I would lose most of the ants, so that would get replaced. Every once in a while I get like one of those old 3-packs of comics that were sealed in the plastic, that came from like KB Toys. Yeah, just
there was a level of excitement for that middle comic because you couldn't tell what it was.
Yeah, absolutely.
There was a little bit of gamble in that.
And a lot of times it was very disappointing, but sometimes it was really cool.
Damn it, it's Archie.
Yeah, they used to sell those at Toys R Us and stuff, like those gag comics.
The multi-pack.
I don't know how like your neighborhoods were, man, but in my neighborhood at the Toys R Us where I would go, where they would have those packs, people would go in there with a razor blade and they would slice the top of it to see what that middle comic was before they would buy it. And some people were even bold enough where they would slice it and they would mix and match.
Oh,
Where the hell did you grow up, Bob?
Outside of Cleveland, man.
I did come across a few open packs because in the KB Toys here, that end, it was like an end case, and it was all the way in the back of the store, and of course the registers were all the way in the front of the store, and yeah, so it was very very sealed off from view. So yeah, you would occasionally come across some open packs. Sometimes there'd just be some missing. Sometimes just have an empty plastic bag hanging there.
I remember the first time I saw those packs and they had a bunch of Image comics, and I was like, this isn't supposed to happen. These are viable comics. Why are they sold in packs like this for cheap?
Yeah, valuable comics is sold out like 750,000 copies. I got a question. I got a question for you, Art.
Okay.
Lincoln Logs.
Oh God, Lincoln Logs.
Lincoln Logs, man. All right, we're really dating ourselves now. All right, who here knows what Lincoln Logs were?
Oh yeah, that was literally all we had to play with at our grandparents' house.
Yeah,
that's all they had.
At my grandma's house, it was a random pile of Lincoln Logs, and they just set the kids in front of them and like.
Yeah. And every
keep
year,
occupied.
Like just like you had to get the new Ants in the Pants, we had to get new Lincoln Logs. We'd either break them, or we would burn them, or we would lose them.
Well, the thing I always hated about Lincoln Logs, or thought was weird, is like everything's wood, right? The wood shit, like the green panels for the
roof, yep,
and everything. And then there's like a plastic, like fire, like chimney or whatever. And I'm like, this should be made out of wood too. Like this is cheap.
Dude, that chimney never lasted long with us, man. Like like that was the first thing to go. Because it
You
was like
throw
that,
those log
it was
cabins
cheap.
down.
Yep.
Yeah,
But Lincoln Logs and like you said, the Barrel of Monkeys.
Yeah. Well, for me, when you get to Todd, did we do you, Todd? As far as
What's that?
Christmas morning, did we already do you?
Yeah.
And we did Clint, right, Clint?
Yeah, he was the Grinch. He stole everything, and now his heart grew 2 sizes.
I did have my hand raised right before you started talking about Evel Knievel, because prior to even reading comic books, well, you had the Super Friends and things that were on Saturday mornings, and that's how you knew what a superhero was. But Evel Knievel was like a superhero.
Oh yeah,
oh, yeah, dude.
Realistic super. Like I just thought. For whatever reason, I just thought, man, this guy's the coolest thing.
Dude,
there were those late 70s. There were those late 70s, early 80s. Like, anytime you saw like something that was sort of even superhero related on TV, like Spider-Man would be on the Electric Company.
Yeah.
Or it would be like a Blue Falcon would appear on like.
Oh yeah, the Blue Falcon.
And it was like that's a superhero. Like you didn't see a lot of superheroes, but when you saw one, it was like, there's a superhero. This is cool. And it was the beginning of superheroes kind of taking off there.
Yeah, well, that's kind of like what Evil Knievel kind of modeled this stuff after,
Yeah.
like the show. That. But dude, do you remember the Evil Knievel movie, the biography where he played himself?
Yeah.
And he was like, dude, he was like a Christ figure in that freaking movie, dude.
Mhm.
It was insane.
Dude,
like
Evil Knievel is so big. Like he had copycats down here. Like he had a copycat in Colombia. He had a copycat in Panama.
Yeah, copycats everywhere.
Yeah, he called himself Flameboy. But Flameboy died in '82.
Oh no!
I wonder from what.
Yeah, no, he tried to jump something and he didn't make it.
But
so he's not evil.
Some things were never meant to be jumped.
Yeah, exactly. So, but yeah, like that
like that fountain in Las Vegas.
Yeah, Art's, dude. I love the look you got, Art. There, you're channeling Quint from Captain Action,
Captain Action,
aka the Green Hornet.
The Green Hornet. All right.
Box in mint condition.
Where'd you get that?
These are from the manufacturer. I have friends. I got friends in high places. So.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah. Where's Kato?
These are worth tens of thousands of dollars. Yeah. And you know what? The rarest one is Spider-Man. So fun behind the scenes story. Spider-Man, the Captain Action, was the first licensed toy after his creation. So, and also the Captain Action.
Dude.
Now I'm jealous, dude.
Oh, dude. Look at that.
Yeah, the Captain Action stuff was made by the same guy that created the G.I. Joe. So he was with Hasbro, I guess, for that one. And so he pitched this idea and they passed on it. So he went over to Ideal and he got it passed.
Racer X, dude. Look at that.
Yeah,
Racer
so
X, the Phantom.
Tonto.
Yeah,
Phantom.
So it's basically like a G.I. Joe.
We're kind of like superheroes.
I mean,
Miriam's like, what are you putting me on the spot for, man?
Yeah. So,
yeah, am I a toy or what?
I was like, huh?
It's like a superhero G.I. Joe, and I think they came out in like the early '60s.
Mm-hmm.
So there was Batman, Superman. I think the DC licenses they had Aquaman, Superman, Batman. The Marvel license they had Nick Fury. They had Spider-Man.
Didn't they have Sergeant Rock?
No, they didn't have.
Wasn't there a Sergeant? Who did the Sergeant Rock that was like that?
They had Nick Fury.
Okay.
But they had like the Howling Commando. Nick.
Okay, maybe that's what I'm thinking of.
And I think the reason they did that is just so they could compete with G.I. Joe. So, because G.I. Joe was the big dog, at the
Kung
time.
Fu Grip.
Yeah. So actually, also like the Captain Action stuff was the first superhero action figure of all time. So before the Kenner stuff, before they start scaling those things down and all that, these were 12-inch figures that you could. It sounds weird now, but you could dress up as your favorite superhero. All right, wait. Okay.
Pedro's getting funky on us, man.
Pedro's gonna do.
What? No, I ain't doing anything. What?
Suspenseful music.
No, I was just playing Highway to Hell while you were.
Play a little Black Snake Moon, man.
Just. What's just doing that?
Nice.
Okay.
I'm on a
Well, there's everybody's Christmas present right there.
Okay. Hey,
What?
Christmas songs, man.
Christmas
Best Christmas song. What's
Yeah,
that?
Christmas song.
Before you
Sleigh Ride to Hell.
actually start, I have to apologize myself, and I need to excuse myself and actually leave because it's like 4 a.m. over here. So.
Oh,
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm sorry, boo.
I knew I'd kick you out with my horrible music. But
No, that's not it, man. It's like I've been sleeping really, really little time because we had some really big assignment, at work that we needed to finish, and so yeah. So I gotta get some sleep.
Go sleep.
We'll
So
do that.
be merry without me.
We will
Thank you for coming on at like 3 and 4 in the morning. That is very awesome.
Yeah.
Dude.
Of
And everybody
course,
go
of course.
back her projects. Her
Oh,
book
yeah,
is
oh, yeah.
awesome.
Elves are immortal, just in case you didn't know. Okay.
Merry
Night, guys.
Happy holidays.
Thank you.
Right.
Merry Christmas.
Happy holidays.
Merry
Christmas.
Christmas.
Nothing's immortal if you put it in a blender.
Mm.
All right, but all right. So, best Christmas song, guys. Come on.
Christmas song.
Holy
I don't
shit,
know
it's
any.
Christmas.
I only know metal songs.
There's only one good Christmas song. It's Dominic the Donkey.
Oh, Dominic the Donkey.
You're not
I
down
heard
with the
that.
hippopotamus
I heard
song?
Yeah.
No.
You guys ever heard? You guys ever heard "Holy Shit, It's Christmas" by Red Peters?
Mm. No.
If you,
But
if-
now
if
I
you
feel
guys-
like I need to now.
It's basically a parody of the Chipmunks.
Oh, okay.
Oh God, the
Oh,
chipmunks
it's
are terrible.
freaking awesome, dude.
Yeah. If any of you guys say Grandma got run over by a reindeer,
Oh God.
Oh, God.
No.
Yeah.
Just think of all the money that person made off of that one friggin' song. That's like the bass that you put on the wall.
Oh yeah, that's
And there's
singing.
what about was it Twisted Sisters heavy metal? Was it the 12 Days of Christmas heavy metal style?
oh, okay, yeah, they have a whole Christmas album here, don't they?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember. Was it Ramones did a Christmas song? I can't remember the name of it.
Oh yeah. I mean,
Um,
Ramones did the Spider-Man song.
mhm.
Yeah,
They
they
did that.
covered it. Yeah,
Yeah, that was
the
cool.
classic cartoon version, right?
Mhm, yeah.
Yeah, Spider-Man.
Spider-Man.
Well, for me, I'll start. Like, and this is like I love all the traditional Christmas songs. So,
Yeah.
but I'm going to throw those off the table right now.
Mhm.
It's the King's Father Christmas. That's my favorite all-time Christmas song. It's a little dark, but it's very rocking, and I do think it has a lot of heart to it. So, I like that song. So North Gaze, what is one of your favorite Christmas songs?
I have to say my absolute favorite Christmas song has always been "Oh Holy Night," and it's got to be somebody that can hit those notes.
Yeah.
If you can't, then don't do it. But that, and I've really dug Trans-Siberian Orchestra. Most of the Christmas
Oh,
stuff
yeah.
they do is really good.
What is the one? It's like the Nutcracker. What is it? The one that goes dun 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 dun.
That's Trans-Siberian Orchestra.
Yeah, but I mean it's a whole song, but they cover it. Make it all metal. Yeah, it's freaking awesome.
Yeah, I'm
That was-
terrible with those names, but I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
And then when you do it on YouTube, you can do like the Christmas lights on the house set up to the music.
Mhm.
Couple of
Yeah, those are always
scotches,
cool to watch.
you throw that up on your phone, you sit back and you stare at your tree and everything gets blurry and you fall asleep. That's how you like to go to
With a cigarette in
Christmas
your
Eve.
mouth.
Exactly.
Hey, you guys take the show. You guys just make the round robin with your favorite songs. I gotta go blow my nose.
Do it.
A little
Gonna
bit
go
of
do
the
some
nose
blow.
sugar.
Powder the nose. Okay, who goes first?
I don't know what we're going to talk about. What is that?
Oh,
Okay,
okay.
here we go. All right.
Do it.
Best Christmas movie, in your opinion?
There
Best
you go.
Christmas movie that's not really a Christmas movie.
Oh,
A movie that has Christmas in it.
Gremlins.
Die Hard.
Die Hard's a Christmas movie.
yeah.
Gremlins?
Gremlins.
Gremlins is a good one.
Batman Returns.
Some argue that's a Christmas movie as well.
Yeah. Batman Returns, man.
Batman Returns. Yeah.
Batman
Yeah,
Returns. Black Christmas, because I'm a horror fan.
Oh,
I like when Chevy Chase says, "Is it nippy out?" I mean, nipples.
Is
I
it
mean,
nipply out?
What did I say? Nipples?
nipples. Yeah, dude. Like, okay, Christmas movie that's not about Christmas.
It's not really about
Is it like train, buses, and airplanes, whatever, with John Candy and
Yep. That's a good
Yeah.
one. Plane, Trains, and
That's a good
Automobiles.
yeah, that one.
Those aren't pillows.
Yeah.
I think that's kind of got a
Uh,
Thanksgiving theme to it.
Yeah, that's
Probably
Thanksgiving, but
Yeah,
yeah.
more Thanksgiving than Christmas, yeah. But like
I'm
we don't
trying to
get
think.
snow here, so it's hard to tell.
Oh, I feel so bad for you, Pedro. all we get is fucking snow.
No, like I used to say I used to like miss or not miss like it's like it would be nice if we get snow until I moved to Canada.
Oh God, yeah.
And then I was like, nah.
I'm basically southern Canada, so.
Yeah, dude, I love the tropics.
Snow is great to fly to somewhere at Christmas and then fly back out.
Yeah, we did a whole show on like this subject like last week, but Long Kiss Goodnight. You guys remember that movie?
Oh yeah, Gina Davis.
That's set during Christmas. What was it? Shit, my brain doesn't want to work. Iron Man 3. Wait, yeah, Iron Man 3 was during Christmas.
That's a terrible movie though.
Yeah, it's a terrible movie.
Yes. I get in
trouble for mentioning that one.
I want to bitch slap that little kid in the middle. He annihilates half of a superhero movie.
Oh my God!
Just so you can get the soccer moms in the audience.
God. What was it? Shit. Tim Burton movie. Guy with the finger. Edward Scissorhands.
Yeah. With the finger.
Guy with the finger. Yeah. But dude, in my opinion, man, the two best Christmas movies, other than Die Hard, because of course Die Hard is awesome. Two best Christmas movies that aren't really about Christmas: Batman Returns.
Yep.
And shit, what was the other one?
Don't Leave Us Hanging, Bob.
Yeah.
Trading Places.
Trading Places.
Yeah, that's a good one.
You could not make that movie today, man.
No, Trading Places is a good movie.
Yeah. Trading Places. I'm trying to think, man.
No.
Here's one. Lethal Weapon.
Lethal Weapon?
Original Lethal Weapon, remember? Because at the beginning he's buying the Christmas trees, remember?
Yeah. When it was to bite the bullet. Yeah.
Yeah. With the
I like the first Lethal Weapon, but when they went more comedy afterwards, I don't know, it started to piss me off. Even like Joe Pesci, like I hated Joe Pesci in those movies.
Joe Pesci's easy to hate. I like anything with Ernest or Medea.
Well, I'm gonna take Pedro's guitar. I'm gonna hit you in the freaking head with it, Clint, for mentioning the Medea.
Yeah.
What?
I'm gonna hit you in the freaking head for mentioning Medea.
What's wrong with Medea?
Tyler Perry sucks, dude.
No. You
have to go.
As a part of his community, I concur with Bob.
That guy got lucky. He hit on one thing that he just like beat it to the ground.
That guy bought a base, an Air Force base. That's his studio. Like
he's good enough to build his own studio bigger than like a lot of Hollywood studios.
What were we saying, Art?
Printing money.
I was thinking the Chevy Chase. What is the National Lampoon?
Christmas Vacation.
Yeah, Christmas Vacation. And actually, just on a serious note, there's a Hallmark Hall of Fame. This is older, and it's Christmas Carol.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Christmas Carol, yeah.
Yeah, it's with what is the guy's?
Is you talking about the one with George C. Scott?
Yeah, he played Patrick. George C. Scott. It's so good. It is. Yeah. It is so good. And we watch that every year. And then White Christmas with Bing Crosby.
Yep.
That's a classic. So those are pretty much our must-sees. As far as my wife and I, when we lived with the kid, it would be every Christmas cartoon, was ever made.
Tell me if this is true for anybody else. I loved It's a Wonderful Life when I was younger, but then as I became an adult, I was like, are you fucking stupid? Like, I hate that movie now.
It's just, dude, they used to play it. It's just endlessly.
But no, the plot. Like he ruins his savings and loan, and he could have made money for his family, but now they're gonna live in this shitty house because
he's a terrible businessman.
He's a terrible businessman.
No, it wasn't him though. It wasn't him. It was uncle. It was the uncle.
But he shouldn't have his uncle working for him.
Right.
It's just
this is like the dude from was it High Fidelity? Like the guy that had the the dude that worked for him took all his money that he was supposed to put in the bank and he gave it away to charity. He's like, Well, what'd you hire an asshole like that for?
Yeah.
You know he's incompetent.
High Fidelity. Why am I mistaken?
That's what's his name?
John Cusack.
Cusack.
Yeah.
John Cusack.
John
yeah.
Cusack.
John
yeah, like-
Cusack, Liv Tyler.
Yeah.
Liv
trying to remember.
Tyler.
I was thinking about Airheads for some reason.
Oh, Airhead.
There is kind of some Christmas in the background, right?
Yeah.
Like the Lone Rangers.
The Lone Ranger.
Can you pluralize that?
Yeah, you guys watch all the traditional Christmas stuff. I'm a ghoul. I watch like Black Christmas and
I mean, Black Christmas is cool.
Santa's sleigh and that kind of stuff.
Santa's
I'm
sleigh.
watching. Yeah,
dude.
Bill Goldberg as an evil Santa.
You're a big Chroma fan, right?
Huh?
You're a big Chroma fan?
Not the older stuff, not the newer stuff.
Not newer stuff. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, did you
what
guys
about
bring
Tokyo
up-
Shock?
What's that?
Tokyo Shock. It's like the Japanese answer to Chroma.
Some of it, yeah. Like I it's hit or miss for me, Yeah. I'm not really into like the uber just disgusting for disgusting's sake. I like the more psychological. It's funny that you mentioned George C. Scott art because he starred in two of my favorite horror movies of all time. He starred in Changeling and Exorcist 3. Which Exorcist 3 was a great movie until the last 10 minutes. And then
He was in Firestarter, was he not?
he was I didn't like Firestarter.
These are not
What?
Christmas movies.
I know, I'm just saying. You mentioned the Christmas movie with someone in it.
But you know what?
He's trying to work as far from Christmas movies as he can.
Yeah, Miracle on 34th Street is really, really good. Young Natalie Wood is fantastic.
I'm gonna say something that you guys are probably gonna hate. I actually like the newer version of that better than the old one.
No, you don't.
Come at me, bro.
You just don't.
Man, we are having a thunderstorm in Minnesota in December. This is weird weather we're having up here.
It's global warming, man.
Yeah, it's something strange.
Okay.
I'll just shut up about the weather.
All right. So
Well, we got to do our favorite like kid cartoons, like Christmas cartoons, like
goody.
and stuff like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
So North Gaze, we need your point of view.
Oh, my all-time favorite. It's one not a lot of people have heard of, but I think I'm in the right crowd here. So, 'Twas the Night Before Christmas, the one with the mice and the clock tower. I absolutely love that one. I don't know why the Santa Claus in it. I don't even like the way he looks, but I just love that whole the theme of it, everything. I don't know. It just it's always been my favorite.
Yeah. How about you, Todd?
The one where Christmas began, like the beginning of Christmas, Meister Burger.
Oh, with the young Santa Claus. Yeah.
Put
He gets
one
adopted by
foot
the elf.
in front.
Was that A Year Without a Santa Claus?
Yeah, a year without Santa.
Year Without a Santa Claus. Yep.
Yeah, that's pretty good. How about you, Clint? How about you, Bob?
Charlie Brown Christmas.
Oh shit! I forgot about that one.
I
That's a
love a
must-see.
Charlie Brown Christmas, dude. That and Muppets Christmas Carol.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and Garfield.
That's not
Garfield
really
Christmas is bitchin' too.
animated, but Muppet Christmas Carol is awesome, man. But dude, Charlie Brown Christmas used to be like the two Charlie Brown movies I would watch all the time would be it's The Great Pumpkin, Charlie Brown, and Charlie Brown Christmas.
Charlie Brown Christmas.
What's great is like it actually gets into like Christianity because doesn't what is it, Linus actually read from the Bible?
Yeah, he actually reads that from the Bible.
Yeah, and that would never happen today, man.
And I think the last time, because I don't think they show it anymore. And the last time because they used to show it on network television on like ABC all the time. The last time they did, they took that part out and people got pissed.
Oh man!
Wow.
Yeah.
Gosh, how dare they?
Because the creator was a big, Bible thumper, very charitable. He had a rink on his property and would have this huge tournament every year. So he was one of those guys that was just very Christian.
Yep.
Yeah. How about you, Clint? Are you back, or should I go to Pedro?
Clint is muted.
Clint is muted.
Let's go to Pedro.
Okay, so my favorite, it's not really Christmas, but for some reason they always play it for Christmas around here. It's a 1947 short by Universal called Peace on Earth. It's the only animated short that was nominated and won a Nobel Peace Prize.
What's it called?
And Peace on Earth.
Peace
And
on
it's
Earth.
about
Okay.
it's about this like animals that have made like a town out of like helmets of soldiers and
Oh,
whatnot.
dude, I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah, and they always play it on Christmas. And I mean, it's very heartwarming, even though like all humans are dead.
Yeah, it's Walt Fleischer.
No, it's Universal. It's not
Is
the
it uni-
Fleischers.
Let me see
It's a Universal short.
Yeah, because isn't it the one mouse is telling the story about how all of humanity died, and that's like they built their world. Like the helmets are like military helmets and stuff.
Yeah,
and like ammo boxes and stuff. Like their towns are made out of old war junk.
Wow. And there's this like old owl reading the Bible, and it's like peace on earth. Like they didn't listen to that. Like it was, I don't know, it was uplifting. It always reminds me of Christmas. Yeah.
Wow.
That sounds interesting.
Yeah, it's a production company. Harmonizing Productions, MGM Cartoons. Wow, dude, I remember. Yeah, dude, that's awesome. I remember that.
Yeah.
But do you remember? There was another one that we used to watch when I was younger called Small One.
Small One.
Yeah, it was about the donkey that it was from Don Bluth. It's a Disney special. It's about a little boy whose family's poor, so he has to sell his little donkey. And he ends up selling it to Joseph and Mary. It's the donkey that Mary. It's the donkey that Mary rides into Bethlehem.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, my parents used to my parents used to watch that with us.
So this is a more recent film, but it's called Rise of the Guardians. Have you guys ever heard of that?
Yeah.
That movie is so good. Like I can't believe that it did not do better at the box office. I think it was because it was a little dark for kids.
No, the marketing was not appropriate.
Yeah, it wasn't. Yeah.
But man, I'll tell you that movie was incredible. It's kind of like you have all the holiday characters like the Easter Bunny, the Tooth Fairy, Santa Claus, the Sandman,
and Jack Frost. Yeah.
Jack Frost. You have all these characters, and they're kind of like superheroes. They're kind of like the Green Lantern Corps, right? And so whenever they're called, it's all kind of like supernatural, like the Man in the Moon. So when the Man in the Moon calls them to order, they will fight whatever evil is in the world, and that's kind of the story. And they have to fight. I forget what the character's name was, but he's basically like a shadow type character. He's a nightmare, I think. Nightmare. And so it was before they did all this stuff, because I've seen this in movies since. But the payoff of it, spoiler alert, was that the kids, because one of the themes was you have to believe in all these characters for them to exist. So what the shadow character was trying to tear down all the kids' belief. So there was only one kid that still believed, which kept them somewhat alive. And so what they do what happens at the end is the kids just say to that nightmare, we don't believe in you. Yeah, we don't believe in you. And it's like, oh my gosh, it's that character just goes nuts.
Isn't it because he kills the Sandman. Mm-hmm. And then when the kids start doing that, the Sandman like literally comes back to life.
Yeah. And he's like a gung ho, like he likes to punch people and stuff like that. So
he was always making constructs with sand.
Yeah,
like a Green Lantern.
Yeah, like a Green Lantern. Yeah.
It's kind of like the staples of like these Christmas legends. Well, I guess more American Christmas legends meets superheroes, and I thought it was cool. Like the League of Justice is kind of like it's Santa's. He's got a room in his workshop, and there's a globe there, and there's like you can stand around it and stuff, just kind of like old school JLA stuff. And man, I just ate that shit up. I thought that thing was cool. How about you, Clint? What cartoon it was one of your favorites growing up, or now?
For Christmas
Yeah.
wise, basically. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I saw in the chat too, people had mentioned this. Peanuts always.
Yep.
Like,
Charlie Brown
like-
Christmas. Yeah.
Like Charles Schultz managed to touch on something that was true, I think, for everybody. There was, and they did a good job of translating it into the cartoons. And then somebody else in the chat was mentioning the Vince Guaraldi music that goes with it, like that. I
You know
mean,
what?
boom! I'm ready for Christmas the second that hits.
The son of that guy I met, and he draws comic books.
Oh, awesome!
Wow.
Yeah, he doesn't have the same last name because he's kind of illegitimate.
Okay.
You never know. You hear these convention stories, right?
Oh,
But,
sure.
You know, he.
Oh, dude, I just remembered. Have you guys seen that movie, Netflix, Claws?
Claws. Yeah.
Oh, I haven't seen it yet. I heard it's really good.
It's amazing. It's amazing. It's done by a studio in Spain, and those guys are recapturing what Disney did like 4 decades ago. Like, it's just stunning. The colors, the animation, everything is perfect in that movie.
Yeah.
I got to check that out this year.
Yeah, that was actually Norm Macdonald that was like one of his last things he did before he died.
Yeah.
Okay, and it's called Claws.
Yeah, Klaus.
Okay,
It's from like 2 years ago or something like that.
Okay.
Yeah, around
Yeah.
2
Yeah.
years ago.
I
Yeah.
want to say it's 2D, but it's not, is it?
It's a hybrid. It's a hybrid.
It's a hybrid. Yeah, it's
hybrid.
kind of like did you watch that show Arcane? It's kind of like what they did there.
Yeah, Arcane actually based off of the
That
technology
animation in
developed.
Arcane is nuts. Hey, Mandy.
Hey,
Mandy, Pontificators, mount up.
Yeah, the animation
I
in
have to say
Arcane.
something while we have Mandy up here. Congratulations on Pirate Queen 2. You are so close to 40K, and you deserve it. You and Clint worked your ass off, and the book looks great. So that link is in the description. So click on it and go get Pirate Queen 2. But first, we need to get some people over to Sunsworn Wings of Vengeance, because what happens there is for every backing you make, $15 goes to St. Jude Christmas or Children's Hospital. And then there's going to be 2 issues, one of Bond and one of Wings of Vengeance, which will be donated to Toys for Tots. So it's a great thing that Red Gaze is doing along with Nerium. And that link is in the description as well. So, hey, Bob, can you put that in the chat, please?
Doing it right now.
Yeah, and we're trying to get eyes on that, and so it's great. These people are. This is the true spirit of Christmas, right here. So I applaud you, Red Gaze and Nerium.
Nope, damn it.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah, it's just the right thing to do.
Copy.
It's that time of year,
I mean, you'd be surprised how many people don't make the effort, like me included. Like I feel like this is my big, Christmas push, just because of, my schedule and stuff. I know that's not a great excuse, but, it's true. So.
There we go.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Let's see. 254.
Hey guys, the Christmas movie you like the least?
Oh, this is going to be good.
Oh, that piece of crap that just came out.
I want a twofer from you guys. I want worst Christmas movie, and I want worst Christmas song. All right. Since North Gaze is right, we're going to go with you.
Oh, worst Christmas movie. That's a tough one. There's some stinkers out there.
Oh yeah.
Just about anything on the Hallmark Channel, probably. Not all of them. I've seen some good ones, like Christmas Shoes. That was pretty good. But yeah, worst Christmas movie, man. What turns my stomach when somebody turns it on? I don't even know, man. That's really hard to say. I mean, you're gonna hate this answer, but I was never a big fan of White Christmas, just because that's not really my thing. I wouldn't say it's the worst though.
Yeah, my wife loves it, so it excites me that she really, really digs it. And there is like a great tearjerker, like heartwarming moment when they put on the show for the general, because it's right after the war. People are trying to adapt to society.
Right.
And this general is kind of losing his business, his B&B or whatever it is. And I just kind of dig that, where they all salute him and stuff, and they get all of the men in there, and they all show up and save his business. I just thought it was freaking cool. But
yeah, there's a lot of bad versions of A Christmas Carol. Geek Avenger is right. New Home Alone is really, really terrible.
Oh yeah, the New Home Alones.
Yeah, dude.
There's only 2 Home Alones as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, dude. I root for the robbers in that new one.
I guarantee you, none of you know my my worst Christmas movie of all time.
Okay, so what would yours be, Northgate's?
Yeah, that really is a tough question, because there's like a top 100, but yeah, we'll go with the New Home Alones. They're pretty awful. Thank you, Geek Avenger, for saving me on that one.
So how about music wise?
It's not a terrible song, but I get really sick and tired of Mariah Carey, to be honest.
Yeah.
It's just drummed into your head over and over again.
No,
Mariah Carey, when she first hit the scene, I was already done with her.
Damn, man.
What do you mean, Cam? You're so pretentious.
Like I have 7 octaves. Shut up.
Yeah, well, 6 of them suck.
Yeah, exactly. Get
All of
out of
it.
here.
Yeah, it's like the 7 days of Christmas, the 7 octaves of Christmas.
Yeah.
All right.
So we'll go with that, just because enough is enough already.
I hear you. And we're not going to hold you to any of these yet. No one's going to come back and go, you know what? How dare you take a shot at my feet?
You never know, Art. In 5 years, somebody could hit me on Twitter and be like, "Hey, you remember when you said you hate Mariah Carey, you racist?"
Oh man.
Yeah. Well, you know that she's fallen really far, because I think we went to McDonald's last week or something like that, and there's a Mariah Carey meal where you can buy.
Oh my god, Mariah Carey meal, does it come with like a diabetic medication, because she put on some weight?
Yeah, some insulin. Yeah, it's got an insulin.
An insulin shot. Yes.
Yeah.
All right, Santa Todd. Let's hear what your worst film and
Jingle All the Way.
Okay,
pretty bad. That's pretty bad.
What is Jingle?
That's horrible.
That was supposed to be Robin Williams, by the way.
Oh,
Is
really?
that the Arnold
Instead
movie?
of it was supposed to be Arnold Schwarzenegger and Robin Williams.
That makes sense.
It's supposed to be
I
Arnold.
would have understood a lot more of the dialogue.
Really bad. Yeah, that's really bad. That's like not even in the spirit of Christmas. I don't know what kind of petty film that is. Yeah.
Just making fun of the merchandising of Christmas, but
yeah.
Turbo Man.
Turbo Man.
Was that around the time of the Cabbage Patch craze, where
It
kids
was a little after.
It was
still.
after, but it was kind of making fun of that whole thing.
Yeah,
I think
people,
Beanie Babies were the thing when that came out.
Yeah, people were killing each other for a Beanie Baby or a Cabbage Patch. Literally, people were getting stabbed.
Bust a cap. Yeah, people were killing each other with BBs like they kill each other with PlayStations now.
You know what? That would be a great horror film. Yeah. Yeah, just people waiting in line, and then they show up dead.
Somebody's
Like
shivving them.
soccer moms.
The cops won't anybody let anybody leave until they figure out who it is, and everybody's packed together so much that the killer just keeps killing.
Right. So
it's like, I'm moving ahead of the line.
I have to ask Todd, why? Why is it your least favorite?
Just because I'm not a Sinbad fan. He was terrible in the movie.
Yeah.
He didn't play well off of Arnold Schwarzenegger, who should be easy to play well off of, because
he's beige on gray. Yeah.
Yeah.
If you're a comedian, you should be able to work off of Schwarzenegger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that the kid from Star Wars that?
Yes. Yes, it is.
That's Anakin.
That's a poor kid. That poor guy, man. That guy's life was over after that.
Yeah.
He's the dark side of child actors.
Oh, Rick, you might be right, man. Well, maybe it was Tickle Me Elmo they were making fun of.
Oh yeah, Tickle Me
Remember
Elmo.
people trying to bludgeon each other over that shit too.
Are you throwing that at your dog?
I'm throwing it to get rid of the dog.
What about your song, man?
Yeah, what's your song, Todd?
The worst one? The worst one. That's a good one. I don't know. I can't think of one right now that I consider my worst one.
I've got one.
I just think they get butchered more and more every year by untalented performers who just use those voice modulators and stuff.
Oh,
and it just gets worse and worse.
Auto-tune.
Yeah, auto-tune.
Hey, go.
Because the old standards are good when they're sung by somebody with some talent,
with some range.
I mean,
auto-tune's the worst.
The further you get away from the, like Bing Crosby's and
Nat King
Sinatras and Nat King Cole's,
Danny Kaye.
You go away from that.
Oh, who said Nat King Cole? That's
Nat King Cole, man.
Nat King Cole had butter in his voice, man.
Yeah, those are the guys.
Yeah, that, and you know what? I did this on my show earlier in the week, and I'm a big Karen Carpenter fan. My wife hates them, but I think when I hear Karen Carpenter sing Christmas songs, I melt. Like she is.
Yeah, I agree.
Cool.
Yeah. But when you hear Michael Bublé do any,
I want to put a gun in my mouth.
I know, right? I don't want to say it too loud, but I think he's terrible.
Michael Bublé.
Yeah, okay. I want to put some wrenches in my pockets and walk into the ocean.
Yeah, just pour some gasoline. Like, cruel fate, remove me from this tainted orb.
Yeah,
a pocket full of rocks. That's his next song.
Pocket full of rocks and walk into the ocean.
Yeah. All right, Clint, you're up.
And I don't even know exactly what song it is, but it was like in the 80s when they were doing like Band-Aid. And they were like doing songs
Christmas
for
in Africa. I think it's what it's called.
Do they know it's Christmas time?
Oh, yeah, Christmas.
Yeah.
And feed the world, or something.
And it was just so condescending and so like let's pat ourselves on the back for. And I mean, they probably had the best intentions, but there was a bunch of pop singers like feeling bad for like poor parts of the world, and it was just like, hey, how about you just take some of your money and like donate it to food shelves and stuff?
They were all like, they made that video, and they all like had like their feathered hair, and they're like turned up collars, and
prancing around like a bunch of peacocks. Do they know it's Christmas?
I like how inclusive they weren't. So they like the states had to go USA for Africa.
Yeah, that one makes me barf a little bit in my mouth. So.
And you know what else is really? It just keeps getting worse. Is like I like metal and hard music, but they did a metal version. It's disgusting.
Dude, that song is bad.
Yeah,
I know. I always remember that Dead Kennedy song. I think it's in Bedtime for Democracy. Like there's like USA for South Africa.
Oh my God, man! There's some of those things in. There's like you think of any bad thing, any hardship or bad thing that's going on, they put the word aid in front of it, and they did a song about it.
Yeah,
I don't know.
And then you find out that the African government was basically limiting the supplies coming into their country and all that other crap, and then you're just oh my God,
the food was rotting in container ships off the coast.
They were feeding the death squads.
Yeah, they would take the food there, and the warlords would be like, "Thank you," and they would take it.
Thank you. Yeah, exactly.
Like you just fed my army for the next 6 months.
Yeah.
So we can kill people properly.
Good choice, Clint.
Yeah.
There was nothing good about that stuff.
Yeah.
What's your movie, man? What's the worst one?
Movie-wise, I'll stick with It's a Wonderful Life now, which I loved as a kid, and I thought it was so like. But now it just bothers me so much.
That was done on purpose. All right, Clint, you can come back if you change your point of view. Have you changed?
Art, I used to love that movie. I used to watch It's a Wonderful Life every year. And then I don't know. I grew up, I guess. So.
You know what it is I feel the same way, and I think this is why is incompetence.
Yes,
like the level of incompetence that was on such an important thing, and you're just kind of like, there's no excuse for it. There's
Yeah.
absolutely
I
no.
can't have the patience for that.
And
I can't watch Gunsmoke. I can't watch Gunsmoke because of Festus.
Well, let me make my point, because what I think, okay, so you have this character that's screwed up, right? But he doesn't make it right. It should have been his story, right? He's the one that effed up. So he should have been the one that was going to throw himself in the ocean.
Ooh.
He's the one that should have done all that stuff, because then I think you would feel differently about it, you know?
Got some haters in the chat there, man.
No, I know. I understand.
Real Sean Camille said Bublé is a treasure.
Yeah, George Bailey is a great guy, and
I love George Bailey.
But you know what? I do see your point of view, because I do have a hard time with that movie. And that scene, and also that it doesn't really feel like the bad guy, the banker or whatever. It doesn't really feel like he gets his upcomings.
Yeah,
right? It doesn't really feel
they
like
did an SNL skit where like he gets pounded after the fact or something.
Yeah,
which was kind of funny.
Well, that's kind of like, for me, it's those two things. So I'm just trying to find some commonality with you, Clint, because to be honest, I mean, when you watch that uncle or whatever, and he was an alcoholic or something, right? They tried to make it seem like he was sympathetic because, you know, he was pounding the bottle or whatever, you know, but he had one job to deposit, you know, the money in the bank, and he screwed it up. Yeah.
He had one job. One job.
And then they tried to make it, I think where it kind of becomes somewhat palatable is that guy was played by that evil guy, right? That evil guy, you know, or if anybody else saw that, they would have said, "Oh, you forgot this," but that guy doesn't, and he pockets it. You know what I mean? So, you know, it is kind of, they tried to set it up where there was a series of events that make you think like, oh, well, it could happen to anybody, but nah. I agree with you. All right, Bob, did you do yours yet?
Nope.
All right.
So
relate to this one.
Yeah. So my worst song, I thought I had my worst song until somebody in the chat put out one. And I was like, oh yeah, that's even worse. My original worst song was The Christmas Shoes, because it's pretentious as hell, dude. That's that part where he's like, I put the money out. I just had to help him. I was like, dude, it's like that's like the most pretentious crap. He's like, yeah, I know, I'm being so bad, but I'm still giving you the pipes, man.
Yeah.
But but then somebody mentioned Wham's Last Christmas. I want to find the person who wrote that song and just beat them with a shovel.
There was a Wham's Last Christmas.
Someone put Wham's Last Christmas. Yeah, Sean. Yeah, Sean said Wham's Last Christmas. I will shoot you through this damn computer screen, dude.
Well, I know that song, but what you're saying is there's an album, right? There's more than one song.
Well, no, I don't. That song's the one they play every Christmas, and makes me want to kick puppies. So. Yeah, it's terrible.
George Michael can do no wrong in my book, so that's all you, Bob.
Yeah,
I like
well,
that.
We can't be friends anymore, man.
He knows that song, every line of it. Yeah,
but yeah, my worst movie, Santa with Muscles with Hulk Hogan, brother. Let me tell you,
I don't think I've seen that.
This movie is like a friggin' crack addict's friggin' idea of a movie. Man.
I figured that would be your favorite.
Basically, Hulk Hogan plays like an evil millionaire who gets hit on the head and gets brain damage and thinks he's Santa Claus. And Ed Begley Jr., who was like so desperate for money at this point, I guess, was just taking whatever role that came his way, was an equally evil millionaire who had like these evil henchmen with like superpowers somehow. I don't know. It didn't make any damn sense.
That was Ed
We're trying to
whole
to take over an orphanage or something, man. It was like somebody wrote this movie on friggin' crack. It's like it was
That's
so
very
bad,
possible.
man.
Yeah,
the movie's batshit crazy, but it's
not in a good way.
Bad. No, not in a good way. And even like I like watching junk. I like watching like a movie could be so stupid it's fun.
Yeah, I like that.
This is just stupid. It's It's
There's
like
no redemption. Yeah.
it's so bad. Yeah.
Hogan was good at finding those.
Oh, jeez, dude.
I think I'm like, why? Why does he even have a career?
Do you think he even had some choices that he goes, oh, this one or this one? I don't think so.
Dude, knowing him, man, he probably like, man, I could make a movie about a freaking turd and it would be awesome because everybody loves me. I'm a Hulkster, baby.
I could be Santa Claus, brother. It's called
name?
Santa with Muscles.
Santa with muscles. Yeah,
Gonna have to check that out.
it's so bad, dude. It's from like from the 90s.
All right, Pedro, what do you have?
Okay, so worst song, and I don't know, a sick part of me likes this song, but it's the worst song for Christmas ever. It's John Denver's "Please Daddy Don't Get Drunk for Christmas."
Oh my god!
And
what are you talking about? That song's awesome.
It's awesome. I know it's awesome, but
I've
doesn't
never
live
heard
as
this
hell.
song. I have to seek this song out.
yeah, it doesn't live the spirits.
I want to play it so bad. I almost went in to type it up and then to play it, but no, we can't do that.
Oh, I'm looking that up right after the show.
Hang on, I'm gonna put a link to the YouTube of it.
Yeah, please.
Yes, please.
Find it. And the worst song, the worst movie. It's a movie I call myself Corpses because it's an insult to every animator in the world, and it's The Polar Express.
Oh yes, good.
Oh, dude.
Good choice. Good choice.
And
That
you know
is
what's weird
garbage.
about that is the book. I read the book years before the movie came out, and we would read it to our daughter every Christmas. The book is so good.
Yeah.
But man, what is it called? Uncanny Valley, like the animation.
Uncanny Valley.
The animation is so bad that everybody knew what the Uncanny Valley meant after that movie. They're like, why is this Christmas movie creeping me out?
Yeah, that's literally like kids were going into the movie and they're like asking their parents to go. They didn't want to be there because it freaked them out.
Yeah, it's weird.
It doesn't help having Tom Hanks that close to children either.
Yeah, like Robert Zemeckis hates waiting for animation. Like he did Who Framed Roger Rabbit.
Mm-hmm.
And that process of waiting for 2 years for the animation to be done was excruciating to him. So he was looking for ways to make animation faster. And it's been travesty ever after travesty. So he gave us The Polar Express. Turn. That's right. He gave us Beowulf. It was just horrible. It's just like,
I'm so sorry. I got a cold.
It's all right. Don't worry.
I had to do it. But you know what? The thing is, not that I'll overly, praise Zemeckis, but Monster House. Where do you guys?
I love Monster House. I really like that. Mm-hmm. That had just enough kid stuff, but enough dark stuff.
Okay, the difference between Monster House and The Polar Express is that they did the motion capture, but animators tweaked.
Yep. Yeah, and I went to school for that stuff. Yeah. And the difference is also they used stylized models.
Mm-hmm.
Right. They weren't going for hyper realistic.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was weirdly rendered, very realistic. So it seems like the Polar Express, but yeah, they're stylized characters, and the story is just so damn good.
Yeah, it's really good.
Yeah, I forget that guy's name. He did. He's a comic book guy. He did. It was Scud, the Human Torpedo. Do you remember that comic book?
Scud the Disposable Assassin.
The Disposable Assassin. Yeah, he's the guy that came up with that. I met with that guy when I was pitching Chrono. It's a really cool guy. Really,
talking about the artist?
Yeah,
Rob Schrab.
Yeah, Rob Schrab. Yeah, and he's a Hollywood guy now.
I've never even heard of it.
And what's his name that did The Tick? Like those guys are mainstay Hollywood guys, like creative guys. They write and they oversee productions. It's neat to see comic book people, actually in places of power like that. But for me, okay, is this goes hand in hand. Okay, Santa or Grandma got run over by a reindeer.
I hate that song.
Freaking disgusting.
The worst song. Yes.
It's disgusting. Okay. The song is horrible, and who the hell was inspired enough by that song to go, you know what? Let's make a movie. Grandma almost gets killed by Santa's reindeer. This is horrible. This is right up. Okay, this is. I'm going to do this because it's it's my live stream. So, but what is it? The Santa Claus with Tim Allen. Those movies are disgusting.
Yeah.
He kills Santa.
No. Santa falls off the ladder. He kills himself.
Yeah. He scares him, and he
scares him, and he
down
falls.
the
But
roof.
he didn't kill him.
Okay, let me
It was
back
an
up.
accident.
Let me back up.
That's one of my favorite
Santa-
movies.
No, it's not. Santa dies.
I love that he said something. No, it's not, man.
No, it can't be. There's no way. There's no freaking way, Todd. You and I are going to have fisticuffs if I ever meet you face
It's
to face.
okay that he dies because the coat
No.
didn't, and the coat goes on to Tim Allen. Now we have.
No, I'll punch you in the face.
Guys, I found another song that
Round one, fight.
Okay,
Yeah.
but I have some backups. As is, the Santa Claus. There were 3 of these disgusting movies, and you talk about libtardation with the two moms, the lesbian moms, and all that. There's some. No, it's not lesbian. It's the guy that's not really that masculine.
It's Judd Reinhold.
Judge
Yeah.
Reinhold. Yeah, Judge Reinhold.
Judge
Yeah.
Reinhold.
So it's just I can't watch that movie. But for me, like backup songs are like and this is why I could relate to you, Clint, with the what is it? The not USA for Africa, but what was the other one?
The Christmas one. I can't think of the name of it. I just
Do they know it's Christmas?
Do they
They
know
know
it's
it's Christmas?
Christmas
They
time
know
this
it's
year?
Christmas.
Yeah.
I think it was just Live Aid. I think they just called it Live Aid.
Yeah.
Okay, so mine is that really, really douchey John Lennon song.
Oh,
War is over,
Oh yeah.
Oh my
So this is Christmas.
I just
Yeah.
What have you done?
Yeah.
Well,
That's-
whatever the hell I want to do because it's Christmas, you dick. Art's like, take me off of this world.
Dude.
That is not in the Christmas spirit. That song is a downer and a half. And then I'll go one step. Like for me, 2 Beatles wrote the worst Christmas songs of all time. The other one is Paul McCartney, and it's
Oh
simply
my God.
Christmas time.
That John Lennon song is him regretting his marriage. That's
Yeah. Well, it's even more BS when you find out that he didn't actually believe all that crap he was saying. Like towards the end of his life, he was actually like trying to shift back the other direction because he's like, people aren't buying this stuff anymore. So
yeah, exactly.
That's
Who was that? Was that John Lennon you're talking about?
John Lennon. Yeah, John Lennon. Like if you ever because I did like a deep dive on his assassination, and then one of the reasons why what's his name killed him was because he was starting to shift back the other direction.
The 180. Yeah.
Yep.
Well, I think it was on the Pontificators. I think it was you that told me that, and I was like, I never heard that.
Yeah.
Like that.
Well, you look at his son is like ultra right.
No,
Julian or the other
well,
one?
Julian, but not
Julian is
weirdo.
Mhm.
Well, that's because of the weirdo. Like he was too much like his mom.
Yeah, but Julian had very little interaction with Lennon anyway.
Yeah.
So you can't really claim that as like influence.
But everything he did was basically for business.
Well, like the Green Party is huge right now. They're generating tons of bucks. So, why not? Why not? So, all right, you guys. Well, this was fantastic, man.
Yeah.
I hope everybody in the chat had a good time. Us going down memory lane, us finding some high points of Christmas, some low points. And also seeing if we could get some eyes on a Sunsworn, Wings of Vengeance. Let me. Oh, look at that T-shirt. Look at that glorious.
Everybody have a
Look at
very
that.
merry Spidey Christmas.
Yeah.
Oh, there we
Yeah.
go.
I got another homework. The Jackson 5's Eyes on Mommy Kissing Santa
Oh
Claus.
God, that was like my number 3.
Yeah.
That is weird beyond belief. That song is disturbing.
But yeah, guys,
Young Michael.
go find some of those comics we talked about, man. Do yourself a favor. Go find a copy of Lobo's Paramilitary Christmas Special. It is one of the funniest things you're ever going to read.
You won't be disappointed. Yeah,
It's
let me see
awesome.
if I can get my mouse to work.
Back when DC had balls.
Wow, you're just all about balls today.
Balls. It's my my gay site coming out.
Jingle balls.
Roach balls.
Roach balls.
Well, with that AC/DC song, I got big balls. That's kind of a Christmas song.
I got big balls. We've got the biggest balls of them all.
Yeah, boom shaka, boom shaka. All right, well, this is the 12 gays of Christmas for everyone backing a Sunswarm. $50 will go to St. Jude's Children's Research Hospital. This is great, you guys. And also, if that wasn't good enough, get a book with well, actually, what they're doing is they're going to donate an issue of Sunsworn and of Bonds to Toys Toys. Oh, sorry, it's been a long time. Toys for Tots. Yeah, and so this is just a great cause. The book is terrific, and also if you back it, Red Gaze said you will get that before Christmas. So there's a great featured tier here. All you have to do is click on it, and you can get one of these fantastic Sunsworn books, and it will not only help, a great charity, but two great charities. It'll help St. Jude, and it will help Toys for Tots, and it's kind of it's a great win-win. So Red Gaze and Narium will make enough money to cover their costs for the book, and then you guys will get a book, and then $15 of that book will go to charity. So that's absolutely fantastic. So the link is in the description. So check it out and back it. It's fantastic. It's fantastic.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Fantastic.
Yeah. While you're at it, go back this little book from this guy, book of Black and White, and maybe look at Pirate Queen too, and
Yeah, get on it.
Kids and Monsters.
Danky Frankie in the chat. It sounds like you need to check your breaker box.
Yeah.
If only half your house power went out.
Yeah, you blew a breaker or something.
Yep, you blown a breaker somewhere, so you go check your breaker box.
Yeah.
Hopefully you got a flashlight. But
did you microwave something?
Yeah, if you're like running like every appliance in your house and you're watching television, and
sometimes my air fryer will if I plug it in the wrong outlet, I'll have a little bit of it.
I just had to replace my remote control from my ceiling fan because it was causing things to short.
The space heaters will get you this time of year too.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, it's weird. California doesn't have those grounding problems, but since we moved out to Texas, there's there's ground problems. Like things will short out and stuff like that. It's really weird.
You're in Texas, man.
Yeah. But here, this actually connects. This is Red Gaze's work here. This is the Black and White 2 trailer. If it'll ever up. Oh, come on.
Yeah, man.
Oh, let me come back.
Baby, come back.
All right. Well, I'm going to see if this thing will boot up. But maybe
hold on me.
Any kind of fool can.
I was just can't live without you.
All right. Hey, Clint, you had your moment. All right.
I'm leaving.
They're back and better than ever. Yeah, don't make me bounce you, Clint. They're back and better than ever. This is Black and White, a man versus machine. This is the epic conclusion to Reed Blackett, a.k.a. Black, and Whitney Sung, a.k.a. White. And so we're going to see if these two crazy kids can get their shit together and forge this Black and White team. I'm thinking they're just going to tear each other apart. That's most likely what's going to happen. But who knows? I really don't have an end to this story, so you're just going to have to stay tuned. So this is the cover of the first issue. We got a variant by Kenneth Racaport, very, very cool variant. We have Joe Bennett's first artwork after being canceled from Marvel Comics. So he did this Black and White cover. He did breakdowns, I did finishes, and we got the great Kyle Ritter to do some color work on this. So it's fantastic looking. I'm so happy to have that. And then, if that wasn't enough, we have the high octane adventure. So this is a 22-page story. We're playing with format here, and I can't believe that Von Klaus and Pedro Eng were able to get this epic under control in 22 pages, but they did. So we got Von Klaus, which is a Monster MD creator, and we have the great Pedro Eng, and he put the artwork together here. So this book would not exist without the great Pedro Eng. So thank you so much, Pedro.
Oh, thank you, Art. It's an honor, and I still can't believe it.
Well, soon, man, this book is going to, be coming out, and we'll see what people think of it. So
Yeah.
this is volume 1, the second printing, with a Kyle Ritter cover, colors over my pencils and inks. And then we still have a few of the Grey Capullo variants. We only have the Virgin variant left, and that is only available in the black and white jam tier. All the other books, you can add them on to any of the tiers, except for that Capullo one. We last night was great for the original story layout pages. So we got a lot of backers on this. They're only $40. This is the only original artwork that you can get for this campaign right now. So you can get this in its own tier or as an add-on. So these are all the breakdowns. And then I don't know if any of these head sketches are left. I got to look into that. And then you guys click on the link in the description and you can see how many cool freebies have been unlocked that you will get along with your book. And one thing, keep in mind, any of the tiers that have more than 3 books in them, you will get a free trading card. And we have cool like wraparound t-shirts done by Shay, Red Valkyrie. She put these together for us. And we have 2 sizes. Well, there's multiple sizes, but 2 categories. And then we have the Inco tee as well. And
Oh, yeah.
let me see if I can get this video going. There we go.
Now we're talking.
From RT there comes the exciting conclusion to the black and white origin saga. 60 pages of pulse-pounding action. In a world where law and order are often blurred to gray, justice can only be black and white.
That amazing video was put together by the great Red Gaze. Thank you so very much for that. And I just realized
Absolutely.
my voice is starting to go. So,
Yeah.
Is this yours? Your upcoming?
Yeah, I've just put the link on the private chat. So
Oh, cool.
The whole little drummer boy vibe going on.
Y llegó la que tenía que llegar. Lo que forman el pega-pega y lo que te ponen a gozar. Lo que pone la calentura lista para que se fomente la gozadera.
hey guys, this is the teaser trailer. It's gonna be a more like extensive teaser later, and yeah, join the mailing list. It's a fine story, if I say so myself, about a dystopian future where magic came back and destroyed everything, and these 2 guys are just 2 blue-collar magic users that basically get in the middle of the action. They just don't know. They don't want to be heroes. They're forced to be heroes. That's basically what I'm working on the pitch.
I like it.
That's my
No.
favorite. That's my favorite kind of hero, is the reluctant hero.
Yeah.
Black and white are kind of the reluctant hero as well. Probably not to the extent that yours are, but I kind of like that. Like Die Hard, like this character was just kind of, he was put in a situation and he was the only one that could help. I think that's where, true heroism comes from. The situation, forces them to rise up. It wasn't like they were looking for it. It just kind of found them,
No, like and in this story, like the power falls on them and a whole lot of people, but they were just normal guys. Like one of the guys was a mechanic, the other guy was an accountant, and basically they got trained in these powers, and magic destroyed the world. Like we're living a new reality, and it's their fault. So basically, they're afraid of their powers. So what they're using now at the beginning of the story, like they have a construction company. One controls gravity, the other controls like fire. So they like build bridges, and like they try to keep things simple because they know what can happen if they go like full power. And when the call to action comes, they're like, okay, we need to get paid if we're doing this. So it's a nice story. It's like I had an editor, and he called it's like Cheech and Chong meets Mad Max. So it's kind of that kind of.
It looks fun.
Oh, thank you.
The trailer grabs your attention right away. I like the characters. They're unique. Yeah, it grabbed my attention. It looks cool.
Awesome.
Yeah, Up in Smoke meets Harry Potter. I don't know.
Yes.
Well, I want to thank everyone. This was a blast, man. This holiday Christmas special, Pontificators edition was great. I do appreciate Miriam coming in here earlier. Red Gaze, Pedro, welcome to the Pontificators. It's going to get crazy. This is just the tip of the iceberg. Clint, thank you, and Bob, as always. Where's Todd? What happened?
I think Todd
fell off the side of the earth.
I didn't want to hang out for Pedro's video.
So I was like, I'm tired, man. I'm leaving.
I'm leaving.
Right.
Well, and thanks to everybody for the super chats. I do appreciate that. You guys are the best. Happy holidays to each and every one.
Happy holidays.
Happy holidays nuts.
Holiday time.
Bring it back around.
You guys have no idea how bad I feel today.
Oh.
But yeah, I had to do this because it was a good cause. We got the Sun Sworn stuff and the charities.
Yeah, my man. And thank you for that, Art. Appreciate it.
No problem. I had to do it, man. I think it's a great cause. There's some really great people in CG that try to help. And if I can at all, throw my little 2 cents in there to make it happen, that's what I'll do. So everybody, happy holidays. Be good to each other. And this is going to be the last Pontificators till after Christmas. So if you guys could share this out, tweet this out, and just happy holidays to everybody. Be good. Be good to each other. Take care.
Merry Christmas.